Game's running a little slow today. Might be a lot of people on though. All right, I think we got everything. There you are, Sterling. Oh, I might need to get some sugar cubes. I got 10 left. Evening, everybody. Howdy.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Tony. How are you?
I'm doing all right. There's quite a lot of people here today.
Yes, there are.
There is.
Well, so is there an event or something going on, or is it just a lot of people?
There's just a lot of Eagle Rangers. That is all. That is all.
All right, cool.
Do you? You fancy coming on a Big Valley patrol?
Sure.
Be like your school friend, didn't it? We go to school for the first
I'll
time.
add you to the paperwork.
All right. Howdy, Rodney.
Hello, dear. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, doing all right. Saw you.
Good. I'm all right, thank you very much.
Good. Sounds like we're going on a patrol to Big Valley if anybody wants to join.
Oh, yes,
Well,
please.
there is 4 of us so far, so I do have to be
Well, that would
mindful of
be
numbers a little
5?
bit.
That's all right. I got to lay my head down anyway.
Oh, have you? Okay,
Oh.
well I can.
Yes, I
There you
do.
go.
All right, well,
I'll solve your
if,
problem.
if you want to come along, Rodney, then you are more than welcome.
I don't believe we met, partner. What's your
What is the
name?
time?
Well, if not, I'm fellow recruit Boris
Probably
Blackbush.
11 p.m. Old money.
Nice to meet you,
Yeah,
Boris.
I'll probably just hang about here for about half hour.
My name's Tony.
All right.
and
No
then
problem,
I'm gonna
mate.
get my head down in case it's
No
a long
problem.
one.
Tony, Ranger recruit. It's good to meet another recruit. Now,
No
Rodney
problem,
says we
pal.
have to fight
No
to the
problem.
death, so anytime he's ready.
All right, we can start that now, or we can wait till later if you want. It's whatever you
All right,
want to
let me
do.
get my
Remember your trigger finger, Boris.
Hold on, let me get my
Hold on.
refereeing jumper on.
All right, you let me know when you're ready.
Oh my God, he's got his gun.
I didn't say shoot to the desert fight.
Yeah, I think I like you, partner.
That's right. Let's put this fight off until the end of time. We's making friends.
All right, sounds good to
I
me.
got a rope with the name, friend maker on it. Just tie the two of you together and dangle you in over the.
I've got this cleaver just to, I don't know, maybe cleave something.
That's right. We's hog-tied next to the river. Now make
What is-
friends with you.
We'll just call it a draw for now.
All right. Well, I'll see what you've done.
It ain't my good friends, the Rangers.
Good to see you, buddy. It was nice to meet you. Oh, well, we got some
Well,
people in
Can I help you with
town.
anything at all?
Yeah, you can help me, in fact. I'm searching for 2 of your former Ranger friends. First of all, Josie. Sounds familiar.
Name doesn't ring a bell to me, Josie. I'll be honest.
Josie has not been around for a very long time.
Yeah.
How long you'd say she's not been around for, huh?
I don't know.
Shit,
6
us?
months? More?
Yeah, easily 6 months, yeah.
Yeah, that's bull crap. I saw her fucking 2 months ago at Blackwater, but
That don't mean we saw her.
I was gonna say, I've never met a Josie. I have no idea who she is.
Yep, same.
how about Isla?
Isla?
Or whatever,
She's.
yeah,
I haven't seen her either, but she's probably around. I don't know.
Seen her in a while.
We don't hang around here much.
No.
Really. Just for clarification, they've not been active rangers for more than 8 months.
They've been former rangers, but I figured they're still friends with most of you ranger
I think
people.
in those 2 particular cases, from what I remember, they did not leave on very good terms. So no, they are not friendly with us.
Also, a lot of the rangers that they were friends with, they've been gone for a long time. There's a lot of rangers that are newer than they are, so they don't know most of us, and we don't know most of them.
Yeah, fair enough. So Isla or Isla or whatever, she don't come here often or talk with you.
I can't say I've seen her in months.
Anyone spoke with her lately?
I've never even met her.
What about you, Greyfuckers?
They don't know who they are.
They don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
no, I
definitely
don't know,
don't.
partner.
They're
That's
ruthless.
fucking sad.
Yeah.
Oh well, that was useless. Well,
Oh,
thank you for
sorry.
your time, Rangers. Good luck with
Yeah.
your work.
Yeah, good luck to you. Jebediah, it's nice to see you today.
Yeah, good to see you too.
I'll go introduce myself. Howdy, ma'am. I don't believe we
All
met.
right, y'all be safe.
Yeah, you too.
I'm Justine LaRue.
Nice to meet you, Tony James. Is
Tony
Luc-
James,
Is
pleasure.
that Lucille right there?
You want me to say
No.
something?
Oh, I'm sorry. What's your name?
Wait till they leave.
I'm Olive. We
Olive
tried to get you on that.
and Lucille.
I think.
No,
It
wait.
was North, right?
I'm sorry.
No.
Hold on.
What?
You're Olive, and she is.
I'm Olive.
What was
That
her name?
North.
That's
Northwest End?
Justine.
Man,
Justine. I'm trying to get everybody's name,
You got a
like,
better
so that
idea
I
than
know
that.
everybody.
It's all right.
So
That's all.
can't say for certain.
I am
Olive and
Olive.
Justine.
Oh.
Olive and
Scandinavian
Justine.
blonde fella, I
Okay.
think that's
Yeah,
Okay, I think I
both
got
me
it.
and Justine are senior rangers, so
Oh, okay.
I think we
Southern
tried to
Tall
set up a
Trees,
trial for you.
folks.
All right, Southern Tall Trees, who's going?
I can wait on the patrol and go. Probably
nice.
good if a couple of us go, given how many people were out and about yesterday around Manzanita.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, y'all can stay on that patrol. Us 4 can go. And then, yeah, just send that tip in. They were heading southeast out of Strawberry. Yeah, you should be all right. All right. Justine, would you mind putting us all on that? Just me and Helmet, and then we'll take
Okay.
the routes. Thank you. All right,
Perfect.
man up.
All right,
Y'all
man,
stay
heading
safe.
out. It was good to be out with y'all today.
Nice to meet you, boys.
Okay.
Thank you for
Let
the
me.
training.
It was good to see you, and,
And,
keep
and
improving.
Nice to meet you too, all.
I'm going on the search and rescue with you right now.
All right,
But,
stay safe.
Just keep improving. Okay, you stay safe.
All right, I'll see y'all soon.
Jesus Christ, this is late as I go.
Hold on. Who's that?
Alright.
Who's that? What's your name? I'm real bad with faces, so I'm trying to make sure that I understand who everybody is.
Augustina
boys.
here.
Christine. Okay. Nice to meet you, Christine. I'm Tony.
Augustina.
Christina. Okay. We may have met before. I'm not sure. I probably will. Oh, sorry. I'm coming. I'll probably ask you again. But nice to meet you, Christina. Sorry, I'm coming.
You all right? All right.
Strange.
Wait a minute. Is this the
Southern
patrol or is
Search,
this is the search and rescue?
Search and rescue.
Y'all want me to come with y'all? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
All right, we'll do. Did you let Pugsley know? He thought I was going. All right. Sounds good.
Rodney coming or not?
I have no idea.
All right, we're going. I don't care.
All right.
All right.
Guessing
Oh,
either Beartown, the
heard.
wolves, Manzanita, or the wolves that are down by Montana. That's what I'm putting my money on. Man, last time I went there was Buzz. We had to put down 100 giant bears. They just kept coming.
Yeah, look out.
I'm not sure what the formation is.
I will call them back if you guys want to go and know. What formation do you want
Heading across the river.
Cross the river. Are we galloping?
I guess, yeah, picking up.
Oh, rider.
Yeah, they're picking up speed.
Is that a foxtrotter you got?
Yeah, Wade gifted me this horse.
Ooh, very nice. All right.
Heard.
Right there.
Ooh, it could also be the speakeasy bear.
Find out.
Indeed.
Let's get a train going.
In and out.
I'll go south.
I guess I'll go to the left since Rodney's going to the right. And Jebediah's keeping straight. Saints Cross Ranger Corps. If you're injured, shout out. Saints Cross Ranger Corps. Is anybody in the area? Saints Cross Ranger Corps. Is anybody in the area? Hey, where are you at? Where are you at right now? Okay, so why do y'all think it might be this area?
We got a tip in that said Southern Tall Trees.
And okay, is there any?
This is Southern Tall Trees.
Okay, so this is just a general. This is just a general area where you think they might be.
Right. So anywhere that's pretty much south of Manzanita down to the lower Montana, down there to the south, that is the entire region. The local writer that sent in that telegram, they're very specific about things most of the time, unless it's near Wallace Station or maybe Beecher's Hope or things along those lines. So this entire area south of Manzanita Post, pretty much, or a little bit above it.
Okay.
They could be anywhere over here.
So I know I asked you before, but you're Olive, right?
Yes, I am Olive. Hello.
All right. Hello.
A lot of people call me Hellman, though. So.
Okay. All right. So after we search through these woods, is there like an area we're supposed to meet back up?
I would recommend going to Manzanita Post. If you get separated from anybody, just go to Manzanita Post and wait there. It's going to be just a little bit north of us.
All right.
If you come take a look over here real quick. So if you look right there, that little building, it is a building of ill repute. Just be careful when you're around there. But if you keep following that road just a little bit to the north, you'll find Manzanita Post.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. I'm not sure where they headed off to. I guess they went off into the woods.
Yeah, most likely. Um, I will stick by you. I haven't had a chance to really read through your recruit file yet. Have you been on many search and rescues?
I've been on several search and rescues and several patrols. Some successful, some not as successful.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of depends on the day if you find people or not. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not.
Yeah.
What we can do is we can peek over here. Have you been to Beartown before?
I don't believe I have.
Alright. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hitch up my horse right here.
We might have a snake or something.
That was a bush call.
Yeah, I know about bush calls and riding formations and all that. So are you just letting them know? So you're just letting them know where we're at.
Yeah, people were curious where we were. So I'm guessing they're down in Beartown right now, so we will go right over to them.
All right.
Unless they're coming up. Do I hear them? No, we'll go down there.
All right. Danes Crossing Ranger Corps. Is anybody in the area?
Are you guys down here? Danes Crossing Range Corps. Anybody over here? Danes Crossing Range Corps. Anybody over here? If you are, please call out. There is usually a rather large bear here.
Yeah, I hear it.
Wait, you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it.
It would most likely be attacking us if it was actually down here.
It just sounded like a deep breath. A deep breath.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, sometimes these hills just carry the echo of the growls of other ones as well. Oh, there it is. I heard it. Yeah. Most like a hill echo. So the best way to deal with this bear that's here, I would recommend staying up on that hill that we came up on. You can take a look in here with some binoculars and see if it's down here. You can take a shot, or you can come around and you can get on one of these rocks very, very quickly and take care of it that way.
Are you wanting to leave the bear alone today, or are you wanting to take it out?
I think that's just the echo of another bear somewhere else in tall trees, because if it was down here right now, we'd be getting called at pretty hard.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we should try to find Jeb and Rodney.
You want to do a bush call then?
Yeah, I can. Do you want me to call them in, or just... I'm just waiting.
No, I just want to hear where they are.
They must not be in earshot.
Probably not. They may have gone down to where the lower Montana is, but we can keep looking through here. I know there's a bear den that's over to our left, if you'd like to check over there.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, alright, left and left then. Saints Crossing Ranger, or anybody out here? Sorry, I didn't.
I'm just going to stick by you for now.
No, that's perfectly fine. Especially if you're familiar with the area, I'd much rather have you within earshot at least than have you roam off and get yourself lost and hurt.
Yeah.
Bear might be right up here.
I'm just running my repeater. Go ahead.
Are you more of a charge in and take care of things, or find a good spot and take
I'm
a shot from?
I'm find a good spot and take the shot.
I am exactly the same way. So it sounds like we're in good company.
Yeah, definitely.
Saints Crossing Range Corps, anybody up here?
Saints Crossing Ranger Corps. Anybody in the area?
So, if you'd like, since I know the bear isn't there right now, if you'd like to take a look at your map, on this side of tall trees, the northern border is usually right in between the like the top part of the E and the lower part of the R in tall trees that kind of runs down your map.
Okay.
So that's going to be the like most northern border.
Okay. Well, I don't know that they would be out in the woods, but maybe they were hunting or something.
Oh, we have found someone pretty much right over here that we actually ended up having to go to a cabin that's just a little bit further north of here. We took the door off of it in order to lay him flat to get him into town safely. So
Oh, okay.
people are out here. Yeah. So we're gonna go down. We'll check the cliffside down here because someone maybe ran from a bear.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Easily just not seeing the cliffside itself. Just go. No. We're gonna keep going a little further north. Saints Crossing Range for anybody out here?
Sage Crossing Ranger Corps. Anybody in the area? All right.
Saints Crossing Range for anybody out here?
Sage Crossing Ranger Corps. Anybody in the area? So how big is this region that we're searching?
It's a decent sized region. It pretty much goes from right outside of Kerrigan's all the way up to that river. And back where we started from. Let's turn around and then we're gonna go further down the cliff so that we can check the bottom side of those.
All right.
So that northern border is where I told you. We'll go all the way up so that way we check the northernmost part. Northern border is in between the R and the E. The southern border is all the way down to, you know, that bridge that goes into Stillwater Creek? Kind of like a railway bridge.
I'd have to check my map, but
Okay. It's the lower Montana.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it goes all the way down there. So all these cliff sides and cliff edges that we're looking at over to the west here and then to the south, that's all included in the area. And it gets a bit easier once you get into your green. Saints Crossing Range for anybody out here? There are maps that we can give to you to help you out with the regions and whatnot, and you know where things are called in from. But
yeah.
For now, it's just sort of stick with us and we'll keep you to the area. This is far too close to water. Saints Crossing Range for anybody over here?
Sage Crossing Ranger Corps. Is anybody in the area?
Crossing Range for anybody who didn't enter, please call out. Might not see in the bush. Alright, we're gonna cut to the left a little bit just to check this clearing.
Alright.
Not clearing, but it's like a little ledge thing right here. Just be careful with your horse. Saints Crossing Range for anybody at this camp? Nope. Okay, your horse might slide a little bit.
Alright.
Saints Crossing Range for anybody hurt or injured down here, please call out.
Sage Crossing Ranger Corps. Is anybody in the area?
I'm just gonna check this little ledge right here that we skipped over and we're going east.
Alright.
Is Crossing Range for anybody over here? Turn around and head east. Because there's a lot of little swift trails on the south side of the trees. There's also a bear that can chase you through there. There's a bear den. There's a couple of bear dens in that area. And then you got all this if you're getting chased by a bear. Maybe you don't see the ledge at night. I mean, people get hurt in the dumbest places, I swear.
Oh, I believe it.
Saints Crossing Range for anybody hurt or injured, please call out.
Sage Crossing Ranger Corps. Is anybody in the area?
Saints Crossing Range for anybody out there?
At least it's daylight now. That'll give us a better chance at finding them.
That is true.
Yeah, and there's a
Just
chance
matter
that.
of trying-
Go ahead. Well, there's a chance that Jeb and Rodney found them.
That is true. I heard their bush call at one point, but they just, I don't know. I didn't see him. Stays across the range for anybody hurt or injured. I'm gonna cut up on the. I like to kind of start at the top, work my way down.
Yeah,
Then
that's
I'll
smart.
See, like a horse at the top or something, or things like that. But do be careful with Stays across the range for anybody over here.
Saints
crossing range for anybody over here.
Saints crossing Ranger Corps. Is anybody in the area? All right.
Alright, we'll go back down this trail. Because that was their town right behind us, and we came in right over there, so I want to continue going a bit further south.
All right, I'll follow your lead.
Okay. Unless you'd like to leave. But
well,
the
I
area.
figure, yeah, I know tall trees, but I'm sure you know tall trees better.
Wow. Oh, hello.
Howdy.
Excuse me. Alright, okay, well, just get out of your way. Do not. Oh, wait, I'm on
You don't want to piss off the locals.
Oh, God, no. When I was still in the gray, a local ran headfirst into me and knocked both of us off our horses.
Oh, wow.
So he's crossing Ranger Corps. He got up and pulled a shotgun on me. I'm going to cut up here to the left. So he's crossing Ranger Corps. Anybody up here? Anybody hurt? Trip? Oh, boo-boo. God, no horse doing nothing yet either.
Yeah.
So he's crossing Ranger Corps. Anybody up here?
Saints crossing Ranger Corps. Is anybody in the area?
Careful on the ledge. I'm just gonna take a second just to look down here. Thank you for your fart horse. It was greatly appreciated and inspirational.
Better out than in, right?
True. Very true.
What kind of horse do you have?
This is a Turkeyman.
Oh,
My
okay.
favorite horse is Thoroughbred.
Your favorite horse is a what?
Thoroughbred?
Oh, okay.
Oh, I haven't had a chance to ride a fox trotter before. But I tend to like, I don't know, tall and lanky type horses.
Yeah. Well, it's been a good horse so far. I plan on getting a Norfolk Roadster.
Ooh, that is a good horse. Saints Crossing Range, anybody out here?
Saints crossing Ranger Corps. Is anybody in the area?
Okay, we're gonna cut up here to the left, go up this like middle ledge. Saints Crossing Range, for anybody hurt or injured over here, please call out. Yeah, there's nobody. That's a dead end. Please don't hurt me, horse. Saints Crossing Range, for anybody over here.
Saints crossing Ranger Corps. Is anybody in the area?
What we can do after this is we can go down and check the wolf den that's by the crossing going towards McFarland's.
Alright.
Then we can check the wolf den that's over by that bridge, Saints Crossing Range, for anybody hurt, call out. And then we can maybe check Manzanita, see if they've sent in a tip about finding anybody, because it is very likely they probably already found them. Of course, it's a rock. Thank you. Saints Crossing Range, for anybody hurt or injured, please call out.
Saints crossing Ranger Corps. Is anybody in the area?
Saints Crossing Range, anybody out there? Okay, we're gonna cut left and go down to the very side of it.
Alright.
Saints Crossing Range, for anybody hurt down here? I have used this rock right here more times than I can count to get away from wolves.
Oh, well, that's good information.
Yeah, so a lot of rangers like to barrel in.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's just how they do things. I will always, you know, I might have wolves on me, but if I turn around and I book it towards another direction, I'm going to cut to the right just to be closer to the cliffs.
I actually had a
if I book it in
situation.
another direction,
Yeah. Well, I was just saying, I actually had a situation with another ranger where they wanted to barrel in, and I wanted to be defensive, and nobody got down, but it wasn't. They weren't happy with me.
yeah, I mean, I've been out there with rangers that just sit up there on the horse and shoot and shoot and shoot. Meanwhile, I, you know, cut
Look,
back.
I looked for high ground,
Mm-hmm.
and I found high ground on the bridge, but they thought I should have went up to the wolves, basically.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has different ways of doing things. It's all about
Well, they're really good. It was a really skilled ranger, so they were confident. They were confident, you know. And I'm not saying I'm not confident. I'm just more defensive.
Yeah. It's crossing range core. Anybody out there?
Saints Crossing Range Corps. Anybody in the area?
I will probably never be the best shot in the crossing, but I will. 9 times out of 10, I'll walk away unscathed. Things.
Yeah, that's good
Maybe
news.
14 times out of 15.
So basically, before we run into any trouble, do you want? I just wanted to see if we could talk about our plan. Do you want to put distance between us and them and look for a rock? Would that be a good plan?
If we have good distance on them already, and you're comfortable shooting from your horse, I don't mind doing that. But if say, you know, it's the distance between me and that rock right there, and say there's a rock that's right behind us, I have zero problem retreating a little bit and going to that rock.
Okay.
Yep. Or, hell, that rock. What are we gonna do? Saints Crossing, going to be over here.
So you said this the territory goes all the way to lower the river, basically, lower Montana River.
Yep, this river right here.
All right.
Saints Crossing Range 4. That's why I'm kind of zigzagging, circling back, checking things. I will say that when a local rider does send a tip in, they're actually really good about telling us if it's, you know, close to water.
Yeah.
So with this tip, they didn't mention anything about water. Saints Crossing Range 4. Hello, Badger. Alright, I'm gonna cut back down the way we came, and we're gonna check the other side of the trail to see if wolves got someone in there, and then we'll head to Manzanita and see if we can't find everybody.
Sounds like a plan.
Saints Crossing Range, for anybody over here?
Saints Crossing Range Corps. Anybody in the area?
Saints Crossing Range Corps. If you're hurt or injured, please call out if you can.
Whenever I'm searching for somebody, I always look and see a rock and think it's a person. I'm like, oh, there they are. We got a horse here. Oh, it's a wild horse.
Yeah, they're just wild horses. Rocks and turkeys are my arch nemesis when looking for people.
Yeah, it's like you think you found him. It's like, nope, that's a rock.
Exactly. Saints Crossing Range for anybody out there. Saints Crossing Range for anybody out there. Anybody heard of anybody?
Saints Crossing Range Corps. Anybody in the area?
Crossing Range for anybody heard out here.
I think we've been pretty thorough.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big chunk in the middle of it that we didn't search, but based on where the shots were, I think that's where they were searching. So let's head to Manzanita. I'll check the tip line, see if they're there, see if they've written anything in saying they found them, and we'll go from there.
All right.
It's crossing Ranger Corps. Speak now or forever hold the rock you're under.
Yeah.
It's crossing Range 4. Cutting to the left.
Heard. Yeah, hopefully Jeb and Rodney found him.
Yeah, most likely. It's crossing Range 4. I'm gonna be up here. I'm just gonna slow down a little bit because it just popped up that they're actually in the area that we're going for right now.
Heard. Is that a horse with a saddle?
That is Jeb and Rodney. What are you doing, fellas?
I'm assuming you already found them.
No.
No dice.
Yeah, we went up through Beartown and then down around the south edge of everything. Went through multiple layers of the cliff sides. Went all the way down to Montana. Searched on the southern edge, just close enough to be away from water.
That's pretty much what we've been doing as well.
I mean, yeah, I feel like we've all kind of swept it all up.
I didn't see a single horse, nothing.
The only thing I want to sort of check is like sort of going up this way on the open plains, because I know you do get wolves round here.
Yeah.
Why they'd be there, I don't know, but you know, so I can
I've
we
seen
may
crazier
have to.
things.
I think if anything, we may just stretch borders a little bit as far as maybe going north. But if we do that, we still get out.
Okay.
I mean, I ain't seen like
Did you guys-
horse wagons and nothing.
You guys check this easy? Not inside, but
Yeah.
There was a
Okay.
fella outside loading up the wagon, so I didn't speak to him.
God, your saddle is just so beautiful today.
The what?
Your saddle is so beautiful today.
Saints Crossing Ranger Corps. Is anybody in the area?
I'll sort it out.
No, you're okay.
Where'd they go? Sounds like
Rodney
wolves.
went to go. Yep, I see him. There's a rock right here. One move. Hey. Okay.
What? Where'd it go? Oh,
Mother
good
Nature
shooting.
took care of his, Rodney's sorting out his saddle.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna wait right here for him.
Saints Crossing Ranger Corps. Is anybody in the area?
That one's a bit odd.
Howdy. I always thought I lost. I lost all of her. Or, well, she was standing there, and then I turned around and turned.
Tends to happen.
Yeah.
It's just weird seeing them, especially gray wolves right in the middle of the daytime.
Yeah, that is odd.
It's got to be near something, surely.
Well, I'll follow your lead, partner.
to.
I went right up along like the outside of toll trails up that side,
Yeah.
but nothing.
Is there another tall trees or what?
TeamSpeak has crashed, and there's a crash report which will developers try to fix problem. Please type it in the text field to reproduce the issue. You want to send an error report? No. Okay, so TeamSpeak has crashed. The game's kind of lagging. I tapped Rub's ears. See, I'd have to exit out completely. I need to put my TeamSpeak on the left side, or I mean on the right monitor, so that I can easily get to it. Can't RP without TeamSpeak. I'm wondering if I could just log back into TeamSpeak. Hold on. Yeah.
So it's probably Wallace Station or the two bears that are up on that valley
Also,
side.
Yeah, make sure you check by the Little Creek bear den right there. He may have got chased up north into the woods.
Right, yeah, we'll do. All right, stay safe, everyone.
Yep.
Where's Rodney heading out?
Oh, is he
He's
to
going to the
something?
Big Valley.
Big Valley, do you want me to put us on Norther? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Jeb, what would you like me to do?
You're gonna stick with me at Helen.
All right. Yeah, if I may say, this is kind of a tough area to find somebody in.
Bo and Sal are
definitely
already
can
on
be.
it.
Who in Sal?
Bo Carter.
Oh, my boy. All right. You know
There you
what?
go.
Yeah. Fucking let them have it.
All right. You want me to do the paperwork for this one then?
Yeah, I'm gonna go just check a few spots around here close that may be kind of on the border. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay,
Jeb,
do
you
wanna
want me to
take
go
the
with
recruit
you?
Or
Fuck
stay
it.
here, or up to you? Okay.
Did you say to come with you?
Yep.
All right.
So basically, from what we know, go ahead, we'll stop real quick. Pull out your map.
All right.
So from what we know here lately, the kind of somewhere between the T and the R in trees. If you were to draw like a horizontal line across the whole region between the T and the R somewhere, that's about the border of north and south.
That's
So
exactly what Olive said.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily a fine line. It's not like we can just map out the whole line, but with it being that way, I just want to look around here a little bit behind Manzanita.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think at this point they've probably already been picked up by locals or something, but just to be extra sure. Thinking that we have had people go down right around these ravines. I think just about anything on the other side of that ravine would be northern. So this road should be about the border.
Oh, okay.
A lot of times if you don't see a horse, like at all, it's always good to keep a close eye, like close to rocks. Because let's say the horse got spooked, right, and the horse runs away, and then, you know, you have that's the whole situation. You got somebody running for a rock, they might not have gotten to it, so that might be why they went down, you know.
Absolutely. And getting to the rock can help if there's predators in the area.
Yeah, exactly. So whenever you're out here, you always want to put yourself in the mind of the traveler. You know, like what can somebody do in tall trees, and that would be mostly, you know, herb collecting, hunting, and things like that. So
yeah,
that gives you the possibility of somebody not only being on foot but having a wagon, you know, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's very good advice. I thought I saw a horse back there when we met up with you all, but Olive seemed to say it wasn't nothing to check into. But it was on the road, but I didn't see a rider. But it was traveling. There could have been a rider. I didn't see one though.
Okay, yeah.
But she said no, so we just met with y'all.
Yeah, there's also a wolf den right around here.
How would you like to handle that if we run into wolves?
Me personally, I'm gonna shoot first, ask questions later.
All right,
Most of the time,
so
if you're riding with me, you won't have to worry about the wolves.
you're a pretty good shot.
Somebody right around here earlier today too. Yeah, I fancy myself a pretty good shot.
Do you run a rifle or a Lancaster?
I kind of keep what's on me depending for the situation. So I've got a bow, I've got a Lancaster, or I've got a Litchfield, and I got a Springfield.
In what situation do you think you'd use a bow?
Not a whole lot, honestly. I mean, if it's the case of like, really the only time I would use a bow is if I don't want people to know we're there.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It don't really happen too often. In most situations,
Yeah, I have a Lancaster, and I guess the Litchfield is the rifle.
So the Litchfield is the only difference between a Litchfield and a Lancaster is Lancaster shoots a little faster, but the Litchfield holds more ammunition and hits a little harder.
Oh, I might need to get me a Litchfield.
Yeah, they're worth it, man. I'm telling you.
We'll have to save up.
Other than that, yeah, they're like $400.
Yeah, I spend most of my time when I'm around the crossing with the Rangers, so I need to start doing some odd jobs. Yeah, I just want to, I want to learn as much as I can.
Oh, I guess my horse is choosing to go this way.
Yeah, mine's veering a little as well.
There we go. All right, yeah, I just want to get a good look when I had some daylight.
Oh, it's a great idea. But I agree with what you said earlier. They probably already got picked up.
Yeah, I imagine. You'd be surprised how often they'll go around with the locals and they're like, oh, I don't want the locals' help. And then, 15, 20 minutes, them goes by, shivering their ass off on the cold ground. And then they're like, you know what, I'll just get a local.
Yeah. So, yeah, they don't tend to wait too long for the Rangers.
Some of them very much, yeah. They do not have patience, but I guess it really just depends on, you know, how much do you value your things.
Yeah. Well, I was with Pugsley one time, and he said, if you, as a ranger or a ranger recruit, if you ever get down, just try your best not to get picked up, and if you can, you know, and even if it means taking a nap and waking up later.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, one, not only is it, you know, just kind of good practice for, you know, maybe let's say they do find you. I mean, you can ask them, you know, how do they find you, especially if you're in like a tough spot. And then also, you know, just keeping everybody kind of on their toes and making sure we're always ready to go is kind of a priority.
But that's not to say we can't get help from the locals.
Oh no, 100% you can. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean that's really the only time that situation fits is like if you feel like you're gonna make it regardless, then yeah, go ahead and wait. But you know, if you got something like real bad going on with you, or if you absolutely need help now, then yeah, then that's don't ever feel like you can't take local help.
Yeah, I'd probably at least take a nap and wake up later just to give it some time,
Yeah.
give you guys time.
100%. Yeah, because more so, because really the main thing, especially in the phase of being a recruit, kind of like we talked about before, you know, we want to make sure we're looking out for everybody, but at the same time, as a recruit, you know, like you are the priority. Like if all else fails and you're safe, that's a victory. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
don't want like until you get that green, whoever you're with, you know, your safety is the top priority. Because one, we don't want you getting hurt and you know having to be like, you know what, this ain't for me, or you know, I don't want to do this anymore, stuff like that. And then also, you know, you learn best when you're safe. So
Absolutely.
that's just another one of those things.
Well, I think we were pretty thorough in our search overall.
Oh yeah, I think we did a damn fine job searching. It's just one of those things, you know, that some people, like I said, the next local they see, that's their ticket out of there, and they don't feel like waiting for rangers sometimes. So that's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lay my head down for a very brief nap, probably like 20-30 minutes or so. Then I'll be back around here in a little bit.
I'm
So,
just
if y'all-
filling out feedback for Boris, so.
Okay. Yeah, if y'all want to hang out here, go ahead. I mean, if you want to go back strawberry
You're
or
gonna
whatever, don't matter to me.
Banish me from my own region? How dare you? Power
Hey,
Game Morning. It's already
I
on your
wouldn't-
head.
I would never banish you. Hey, you know who's on the dream team? That's run by me and you. All right.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm
You know
watching
I've
the
only got
Dream
one
Team in
telegram?
action.
Yeah, West Elizabeth. So we've got, once you get your green, we'll have you stationed at a certain region. We rotate every couple months. So this region would be West Elizabeth, which is just Great Plains and Tall Trees and Big Valley.
Oh, so this is a ranger post.
Yeah,
This
this
is
whole, that little building over there is where our tip line's at.
Oh, okay. And what about
Yeah.
that building right there?
That's more of just like a kind of a community lodge. People can do like hunting shit. You know, they can use all the equipment, but there's a fellow that lives there that don't let anybody in. So
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to tell you, if I'm not around when you get back, it was nice riding with you today.
yeah, I'll only be down about 30 minutes, I think.
I'm not sure how long I'm going to be around before I go back to bed. I just wanted to check in. I hadn't been around in a few days.
Yeah.
But next week I'll be around. I should be around for longer.
All right. Yeah. Either way, you know, we go at your pace. So
Yeah, I know I need to
we'll
cover
get you in
around
the
more.
green one way or the other.
I like the sound of that.
But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go lay my head about 30 minutes, and I'll be back in a little while.
See you,
Alrighty.
Jeb.
Rest well.
So where Rodney went? Where exactly?
Sorry. Say it again. I'm writing up feedback right now for another recruit. Rodney. Rodney went to go help out with the tip that came in for Big Valley.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like this
And it's
post
in-
here. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Go
I do
ahead.
too.
Where was it?
No. As soon as I get this feedback written up for Boris, I will take off. We'll head back to Strawberry. Unless 900 people are there, then we might just stay here.
All right, yeah. I'm not sure. I could be on it, or I'll be awake anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, I guess, or I
Okay,
don't know.
that's
I just wanted to check in more than anything today.
yeah. No, that's good. It's good to see your face, and no matter how long it is, it's good to at least show up for a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like I don't
But
come
you're more
around
than
enough.
you know. When I was in the gray, I took about a week to myself because I felt like I wasn't really fitting in and I wasn't getting the hang of things. After that week, um, things started clicking. Things started falling into place for me. I gained a lot of confidence. So um, it it's good to just be around. I kind of wish I hadn't taken the week off, honestly, but sometimes you just gotta clear your head.
Well, I'm only usually around once or twice a week anyway. So
Hmm.
it's taking me a little longer than I would say it takes most recruits.
Yeah,
How long were you in the Grays?
in the gray for about 2.5, 3 weeks. It would have been about 2 weeks had I have not taken. I wouldn't say a week. It was like 5 days that I took off.
Yeah. Well, it's I've been in the Grays for a month and a half, so
Yeah,
I'm sure if and when I get my greens, I'll be a seasoned recruit and ready, hopefully.
yeah. After this, we'll head back to Strawberry. Let me finish up this feedback, and then I'll actually read through your file and just kind of see what people have said, what you still need to do, what you need to get checked off on, and we'll kind of go from there.
All right, I'll go ahead and let you know. There might be one speed bump in my file. That situation I was telling you about with the wolves. I want to go ahead and explain what happened. So me and Ray were out on a search. It was a mock search, and we ran into some wolves, and she took off at the wolves, and I started aiming at the wolves. But by the time I had my aim at them, she was right in the middle of the wolves. So I didn't feel comfortable taking that shot. I didn't want to shoot Ray, so I ran and got high ground, and so that kind of ticked her off a little. But that's been my only hiccup that I know of.
Okay. Well, give me 1 second, and I will take a look at it and just see what people have said.
Yeah, from my feedback that I've gotten, I need to work. Apparently, well, I'm getting better at my call outs. I feel like I've gotten pretty good at those. Uh, Early on, they said I was, if you're saying you're going left, you're going right. They said I was a little late on that, but I feel like I'm doing a lot better now.
That's good. That's really good. Did anybody ever give you your stabilization book?
No, I never received the book, and I've been back and forth with the
Okay.
medics on getting the training. We can't get a day where we're all in the crossing. Like they'll message me, and then I won't be on. I mean, I won't be awake or in the crossing, and then I'll message them, and they won't be around. So we're just trying to get together on that. But I plan on getting my stabilization training.
All right. Give me 1 second. I got an extra copy in the lodge. Give me 1 second.
All right.
It's a stabilization guide. You still can't really do much while you're in the gray, and I highly recommend getting certified by one of the medics for your training. But this will at least give you something to go off of if a ranger is there and someone's bleeding out on the ground, and the ranger says, "I need your help with this." It'll at least give you something to go off of. Let me go grab a copy.
Is this before you go off? Is this something
Mhm.
that you're going to give me via government? If you catch my meaning.
Yes.
Okay. I'll be sure to.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
be
gonna
sure to
give
look
you a
for
little
that.
notebook. Okay. All right. Give me 2 seconds. Let me go find it.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. That is for you. That is your own copy. Make sure you take a look through it. It just pretty much gives you the basics of like, hey, this person is bleeding to death. Here's how to make it so they are not bleeding to death and only just bleeding.
All right, I'll definitely read through that
Okay.
and get a brush up on that. But as soon as I can, I
Yep.
will be getting my stabilization training. Even though it's not needed for it to be in the greens, I just feel like that'll help.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, any knowledge that you can gain either about animals or the crossing itself, navigating around, herbs, potential danger spots of where you've seen people
Hold
get
on,
hurt before. You all right?
I'm spazzing.
Do you need some help?
No, I'll be fine. Just give me a second. I hit my head a while back.
Okay, all right. I'll just keep looking through
All
your
right,
file.
yeah,
Let me
I'm
know if you
better
need
now.
something.
I'm better now. Sometimes I have these, I'll spaz out. You know what I mean? And but I'm better now.
Alrighty. I have very, very shaky hands at times, so not on the same level, but it's
Well, I got a bit of a
it's
headache, but I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling all right. Just a slight headache.
okay. Do you need to lay your head down? Or are you all right?
No, it's nothing like that. It's just it's a slight headache. It's not a major headache.
Okay. Okay. All
But
right.
yeah, take your
Go ahead.
time reading through. I was just gonna say after we're done here, if we do head to Strawberry, I'll probably head on to bed after a few minutes there. But I will be back around next week for a longer period of time.
Okay. Then do you think you'll be around the same time as right now?
I'll either be around the same time or earlier. I'd say next Wednesday through Saturday. Any of those days, there's a chance you could catch me in the crossing. But I'm definitely usually
Wednesday
around
through
on Wednesday.
Saturday. Okay.
Yeah, it's like you would think I'd be around more. I get busy but
No,
yeah,
that's all
so
right.
it's a broad range, but I tend to be on around this time, if not earlier, but usually never later.
Okay. Then I will try and be around at the same time. And what I want to do is I want to get a trial set up for you.
All right. All right. Is this
A
going to be a
random
solo
trial.
trial or is it going to be a trial with another recruit?
If there's another recruit that's available, great. If not, we'll do a solo one.
All right.
Yep. So that way, it'll give you a little more, I don't know, experience, something different for you, something. It is something that a lot of rangers look back on as one of their either proudest moments or something that was a moment that taught them a lot about themselves. That's all the hint I'm going to give you about it.
I've already done one trial, but it went
Wait, you
south.
have?
Yeah, it went south though. One of our riding buddies got downed by wolves, so we had to stop the
Oh,
trial
because you went
short.
out to go out with Buddy. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 17 minutes and 36 seconds into it.
Yeah, it was we ran into wolves pretty much right off the bat and we downed them, but one of them got to Buddy. Speaking of which, I ain't seen him around lately.
Yep, I haven't seen him since that day.
Oh, I hope he didn't get scared
So,
off. Those things happen. I'm hoping that didn't get him down or anything.
me too. I saw a lot in Buddy. I think maybe some other people didn't see, and I have really high hopes for him. So I'm hoping it didn't permanently scare him off.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I feel like.
Mm-hmm. He's a little crazy, but aren't we all at some point? Let's
Yeah,
go back to
he is a bit of an
Strawberry.
oddball.
Yep. Alright. You feel comfortable giving this back, Strawberry?
I don't see why not.
Okay. Alright.
I
Then
guess
I will be
we'll
on you.
run in a staggered formation.
Alright.
All right, we're heading out, picking up.
Alright, heard.
Is there a? I don't want to jump the fence. Is there a way out? Okay, I see it.
Do be careful. There's a bear den over to the right. I have no idea if it's there. There's also a bear den to the left on the way out, and dead ahead of us as we leave.
All right.
As we leave tall trees.
We going this way here.
Yep, heard.
Picking up.
Picking up.
Gonna be going right here. So if we do run into any situations, I guess we'll just, depending on how close they are, if we got room, we'll get high ground.
I will never judge you for going to get high ground. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Because that is what I do every single time when I am by myself. I will... Well, not every single time. Sometimes, you know, most of the time. If I have the room, I will be finding the high ground. I will be finding my rock.
Absolutely, I agree. We're gonna be taking this left up here.
Left heard.
And we'll be crossing the river.
Crossing.
Now, this is definitely wolf territory right here, so we should be on guard.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna be taking this left up here.
Left heard.
I was looking back to make sure you was there. I kind of got sidetracked. We're taking a right here.
That's alright.
We got a rider ahead.
Oh, Ryder. Goodbye, Ryder.
We'll be taking this left here. Actually, let's go straight.
Oh, going straight.
Now, some areas I'm not sure, so I'm just gonna start calling out. There may not be a road, but I'm just gonna say we're heading up, slowing down. So what I was saying is, if I'm not sure if it's a road or not, I'm just gonna call out anyway, just to be safe.
That's good. It's better to overcall things than undercall them, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I agree.
Yep. Alright, make sure you put your gun away from town. Locals don't really like it when you got things out.
Oh, sorry. Oh no. Oh.
Oh, you're okay.
I swear, every time I come into here, that horse loves jumping on rocks. It jumped on that rock over there the other day and fell into the river. So, yeah, I gotta pull the reins in on that.
It happens. It happens. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna move a couple horses.
All right, is there another one? I'll help you.
Yep, there's one right here.
All right.
Well, I guess I've just finished my patrol early because we found Mr. Callahan here knocked over by an elk. So he's fine, just a little wounded. And then Rodney and Agostina are actually out on the tip right now because me and Justine were out on a patrol up there, so and we found them.
Oh, so are they still out there?
Yes, they are. Justine's sending a telegram to Rodney now, so.
Okay, I'll hopefully check it. Jeb laid his head down up at Manzanita, but he just need, quick 30-minute. I'm a game warden and I'm tired all the time, nap.
Yep, I understand.
Yeah, I don't want to seem like I'm tired all the time, but I just wanted to check in more than anything today. So after I get any feedback, I'll be heading off to bed myself. But take your time with the paperwork, and I have no problem waiting.
Well, I can talk to you real quick about a couple of things. It's all horrible. It's
Yeah, I know,
wretched.
right?
It's horrible. Just come on over. Okay, the way that I like doing things with recruits as far as feedback goes is I want to hear what you have to say first. I want to hear your feedback for me or us and, how you think things went, this is the way that I kind of gauge how people learn so that I can change the way that I'm delivering information to you if it's something that isn't working with how you like learning things. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I am all ears.
Well, I thought overall, even though we didn't find them, I thought we were very thorough in our search. And I thought that you were very thorough in all the things that you taught me today as far as where predators might be. And I thought we had good communication about how we would react if we ran into any situations. So overall, I like the way you teach, and I think that the search, even though we didn't find them, went relatively well.
Yeah, I mean, you aren't always going to find them. I've had weeks where I have found absolutely no one, either because they were scooped up by locals or a friend came and picked them up, or I just could not find them. And then weeks where it's 20, maybe 25 rescues in a row, I find everybody. So never beat yourself up if you can't find somebody. It's not always your fault. I'd say 9 times out of 10, it's not your fault. They can't find them as long as you're thorough.
Yeah, I thought we were very thorough in our search.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really all the only feedback I would have overall. I like the way you teach personally, so I wouldn't change anything.
I appreciate that. I genuinely like kind of switching things up if it's not a way that somebody is able to learn, because I mean that's just me like throw a noodle at a wall, seeing what sticks kind of thing, instead of presenting said noodles to you on a plate with a fork and you're able to eat it all up.
What tips I ain't really been in the
Well, I
office.
thought you gave me a lot of information today overall, and so yeah, I mean, I thought you did a good job.
Well, thank you. I'm glad that it worked for you. As far as feedback for you, I mean, it was a short little time that we rode out together. I didn't get to see you lead. Just be sure you're making call outs, feeding information back to the back of the pack when everybody's riding out together.
Yeah,
I mean,
as far as that, what you were saying now, a lot of times they either don't call out or I don't hear them. Should I just do the call out myself if like I don't hear them call out? Like when we go right and they don't say turning right, should I just go ahead and say that anyway?
I would get in the habit of doing that just for learning purposes. Once you're in the green, it's a little different because I mean, if it's two of us that ride out together, like say me and Pugsley ride out together, we've ridden out together many, many times. I know his style of riding. I know kind of what to look for when he's turning a certain way. We do call outs less than. But as a recruit, I highly, highly recommend getting used to doing those call outs. Even if you aren't saying them out loud, say it in your head. Just so that way, you have that repetition. So if it is a big group of us, say 6 of us all go riding out together, you are prepared for either being in the middle of the pack, at the front of the pack, you know exactly what's going on.
Well, I would say to that, as far as leading, my first day out here, they had me leading a patrol, so I feel really comfortable being in the front. And as far as leading the search, I actually would love to lead searches. Like I just once I hopefully get my greens and get the map, I feel like I would want to lead searches. Like just to throw my ideas out there where I think they might be. But today I just thought it would be better to follow your lead. But I definitely am eager to lead searches.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah. The next time I see you all, if we're able to go right out together and there's a call or a tip that comes in, we'll definitely have you lead because I want to see what you're like at the front of a pack and just telling everybody what they need to do, especially on search and rescues and saying, hey, you go fan out over there, you go fan out over here. We're all going to stick together here. I want you to go this way, we go that way, meet back at this point in 20 minutes kind of thing.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
very
I
curious to see
feel
how you handle that situation.
I feel like I'd be comfortable doing that just because they've had me lead so many patrols up to this point. The only thing that would be a stopping point would be just not knowing like I don't have the same map that you all have, so I wouldn't know the boundaries. That's the only thing that
Trust
would
me.
hinder me.
Trust me when I tell you this, the map, it helps a little bit, but the edges of it are so blurry and so fuzzy. We have found people well over certain lines before that it yeah.
So
It
it's not
helps
it's
knowing
not an
general areas.
it's not an exact map then, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
okay.
Yeah. So it'll give you a general area like, hey, this is generally what we know as, Western Heartlands. Generally what we know as Central Heartlands. Generally what we know as, North Bayou Noir kind of thing. But sometimes people could be 10 feet over that line, 20 feet over that line, 100 yards over that line. And it's something that is changing a lot. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's best to honestly just ask questions of people and ask them, hey, if I found somebody here, what region would this be? What do you think the local writer would write in the telegram? And people would say, oh, well, this is definitely this area. Oh, this might be this area. I think it's much better to learn off of other people until you do get that map.
All right. Well, what I would do then in that situation is before we head out, I would say, okay, so let's say it's Eastern Grizzlies. I would say, okay, so just let me know where exactly is the center of Eastern Grizzlies, and then once I have that information, we would go from there.
Yeah. My recommendation with search and rescues, don't stick to it like concrete all the time, but it's always good to know, okay, if I get a call or I get a telegram in saying, Northern Great Plains, I would say 99% of the time it's that damn cougar at Kerrigan's. So that is
Yeah.
always the first place I go and look. But, you have a tip that comes in from Northern Roanoke. There are so many cougar dens up there, so many ledges that people fall off of. There's Brandywine Drop that people could fall off of. There's railroad track that somebody could fall off of. It's good to have a very methodical way of going through it and going, okay, I'm going to go up and down the north and south trails, then I'm going to go east and west on the east and west trails. That way you don't backtrack, that way you don't, constantly circle one area. And if, they say, hey, we're going to Northern Roanoke, just say, okay, well, I know that, the coastline is going to be the east border. I see the line on the map for the west border. Where's the southern border of Northern Roanoke? And then that way that little grid that you got to stay in.
Yeah, well, one thing I've noticed is that a lot of the search and rescues tend to be in the same areas. Like, there's not a lot of searches out east, like as far as Saint Denis, and there's not a lot of searches that I've seen out west. It's mainly right around this area, like Great Plains, Tall Trees, and there's one location I'm trying to think of. Let me check my map real quick.
Far Western Grizzlies.
That too, but there's one other area, Big Valley. Now, there's been quite a few searches in Big Valley. So I don't know if that's just because there's less people out west, or in St. Denis, a big city, so there wouldn't be a lot of animals there anyway. But there are gators.
Yeah, a lot of people fall off of roofs.
Oh yeah. Well, there are gators, out there, but they don't seem to be as much of a problem for the people.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. Things go in waves. There used to be a time where every other tip that we got in was Northern Roanoke. There was a time where every other tip was. Right now, we're kind of in the middle of Western Heartlands. It just kind of depends on where people are migrating to and what people are doing.
Yeah, I agree. I'm
Hell, it
just looking
wasn't
at the
until
map.
maybe 2 weeks ago I got my first tip in for the meteorite crater in Northern Roanoke.
Where exactly is
First one
Northern
ever.
Roanoke?
So if you go all the way to the east coast,
Okay.
it's gonna be up
Oh,
by
yeah, I see.
Brandywine.
Yeah, I
Yep,
see
and
Roanoke
then
Ridge.
the
That's up in
rough.
Amberino.
Yes. Well, it's technically New Hanover and Amberino,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, it's a fuzzy area. But the fuzzy border, you'll hear people calling it a fuzzy border because it's not quite known exactly where it stops. Is usually right in the middle of Annisburg.
Oh, okay.
That is the southern edge of it, and you will get northern and central Roanoke tips for the mines in Annisburg if people are hurt down in there.
Yeah. That's just been
So
my
yeah.
experience so far. I'm sure there are searches to be had throughout. Howdy,
Mhm.
Jib.
Hello again, Jeb.
You know, Helmet, for some reason you look like you really need gun oil.
I need what?
Gun oil.
What? Why?
Because I have an excess of gun oil at the moment, and I'm trying to get rid of it.
I'll take one or two off your hands.
I'll take 2.
Alright.
All right, let me take these.
How
There
many
you go.
can you? How
There
many
go.
can you
That's
hold?
two.
Wow. Thank you for the 2, Jeb.
Yes.
I really
Mhm.
appreciate the
Of course.
2 gun. How many did you buy?
67.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh, thank you.
Yep.
I think you'll be good on gun oil for
Hey.
quite some time.
You know, for some reason, when I was pointing my finger at what I wanted, you know, I pointed to the wrong thing, and the fella just gave me, you know, a shit ton of gun oil. So
Can I give you 3 back, or do you need 3 more? I'm just 10.
I
10.
have, you know, even after all that, I still have 17. So I think I'm
All
good.
right, Rodney. Do you want some gun oil?
I've just
No,
been
don't worry.
given some.
Yep.
I'm-
Everybody's been supplied.
Nobody can say that they need gun oil. All right, no excuses.
Yep.
We are fully lubed, as they say.
Absolutely. While I have y'all here, I just want to let you know
Ready to go.
I'll be heading off to bed shortly. If y'all want to give me any feedback, I'd appreciate it. I just got
You're
done
just
doing my
going over
feedback
random
with the
stuff.
olive.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like
That's fine.
where we
I've
search
got to do
areas are and such.
viruses.
I think,
All right.
I mean, as far as what I saw today, I think it's fine. I don't really see anything to gripe on. But yeah, I think if anything, I'll talk to him more. But I think, you know, ever since the whole small incident we've had, I think, you know, I've definitely seen a turnaround, and I like it. So
Thank
keep
you.
it up.
I definitely will. All right. Well,
Good night, everybody.
Yep.
Have a good
I'm
night.
going to
It is
bed.
right.
Yeah, good night.
yeah.
night.
Good night, Rodney.
Pugsley, you look like you need gun oil.
Is there?
Wait, how much gun oil do you
wait.
have?
No,
You're
you need
getting
gun oil from me,
enough.
partner.
That's
Hold
what
on.
you're
Hold on. Hold on, partner.
Oh no!
I got your gun oil right here, partner.
No, I win. I got rid of it.
Okay.
All right. Do you
Hey,
you
Ollie,
need any
you
more?
look like you need gun oil.
Nope. I
No,
already
too
got
late.
gun oil.
I already got literally everyone.
Oh,
I bought
okay.
I bought 67 on accident.
Oh, you meant to get rifle ammo, didn't you?
I
And grab
sure
the wrong
did.
thing out of the box.
I sure
Hey,
did.
guess what? I've done that too. So.
Oh man.
How much did that set you back? Hey, Jeb, how much did that set you back?
We get gun oil supply from the States.
Oh,
You
yeah, I
look like you
forgot. I
need
forgot
gun oil
about
for
that.
bow of yours.
Hold on.
Yeah.
No, see, you need this gun oil right here. I got some better gun oil.
No.
Both
All right, I just got 3. I got 3 I'm trying to get rid of.
Wait, hold
I'm a
on.
supplier.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Jeb, have you given a recruit state gun oil?
Don't tell anybody.
Come on now. He's gonna use it pretty quick. I ain't too worried about it.
Somebody's been very enthusiastic about removing tips.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Yeah, the Roanoke tip is gone from our tip line, as is the Big Valley one.
You know, I've noticed that lately.
Can law
I-
remove our tips?
I don't
Yes,
know.
I think so.
don't. I mean, the only ones who could would be us 3 standing here. So
I haven't taken
I don't know.
anything off.
That's why I wonder if senior deputies and
Maybe.
people
I
can
mean,
do
I
it.
would think senior deputies probably could, yeah.
But why would they touch ours?
But I think,
Uh,
well, the search, the tip goes out to everybody, I believe, all at once.
It
Yeah,
does,
but-
yeah.
So, I
Unless
don't
there's
know.
somebody out there that's not on duty and
I mean, maybe, but it
I'm not
definitely wasn't
even
me.
sure the Roanoke paperwork has been done yet, so
I think, Sal and Bo ain't back. Maybe they went to Ambrino or something, but yeah, if they're still on it, then we need that for sure.
I've had this problem before where
Yeah.
I've been out on a tip, and this has happened to me twice. So I've been out on a tip, been injured whilst out on that tip, and then there's been no missing persons paperwork or no one's tried to reach out. And when I've come on duty the following day, or when I've been found the following day, so I've been out there for over a day at this point, I've checked the tip line, and the tip that I was on was removed from the tip line. So nobody knew I was out there injured.
I will never, ever, ever remove a tip if someone is still on it, regardless of if they're standing right next to me. I will
And
not
that's
touch it.
since we've changed our procedure so that we don't do any paperwork before we go out, which I understand obviously why that is, but since that's happened to me twice.
Yeah, I guess there's going to be a little bit of like tip line adjustment to that too.
So I don't. Somebody must be removing them, but I can't
Yeah.
see it being Rangers removing them because
Wait. Huh? No, Bo did the paperwork for Northern Roanoke. He filled it out before he went out. He put the name and the location.
you mean the name of the person he found?
No,
Or-
so when I went to go do the paperwork for our Southern Tall Trees tip, he had already put in Northern Roanoke and his name, and then the rest of it is now filled out. And he found another ranger that I have not seen the name of for a very long time.
Oh,
Okay,
but
but didn't Sal not on the tip with him, so his name should be on the paperwork.
Yeah, should be.
Oh, this is where it gets gray area.
Yeah.
Well, on
it
that
might
note,
be...
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, I reckon I'm gonna head off to bed.
All right.
Good
Okay.
luck finding
If I
out
see
who's
you at-
removing the tips, though.
If I see you at the end of next week, we will get a trial set up for you.
All right, yeah, it should be around next week. I don't mind doing a solo trial or with somebody. So whatever
Okay.
y'all want to do. Boris seemed nice. If you want to get him in it and see if he wants to do one.
Yeah, you know what? I'll telegram him, see if he'd be available around these. I mean, you guys saw each other today. Just a matter of having the right amount of time to do it. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.